What is up, YouTubians? Scooter Malo here, coming at you with another exciting video. Okay, so we are lifting the lid on the All-Clad D3 6-quart saucepan. This is an authentic All-Clad. That's what you should be seeing on the helper handle. This is what the lid handle should look like. This is what your main handle should look like. If you flip the pan over, this is what you should be seeing. See if I can grab focus here. Sorry, guys. This is what you should be seeing on the bottom of the pan. It should be engraved, made in the USA. It's got a number, All-Clad, as you can see, D3 stainless 6-quart pan. Okay, so let's go over some basic things. Let's start with the measurements. So a lot of people are wondering what the lengths are, the measurements, etc. So from the handle, from the helper handle, all the way to the end of the other side is, I would say that's just over 23¼ inches, right? Depending on how you look at it, 23¼ inches. The outside diameter of the pan, right, from one end to the other, if you're measuring the outside diameter, that is just over or just shy of around 13½ inches. The inside diameter, meaning like on the upper edge of the pan to the other side, if you measure that, that is right at, give or take, just shy of 13 inches on the inside, right? As you can see right there. Maybe let's call that 12¾ just over 12¾ inches. That is the inside diameter. Okay, inside height. The inside height of the pan. See if I can grab focus here. Sorry, guys. So the inside height of the pan, as you can see right there, is about just shy of 2, or a little over, like right at like 2½ inches. Let's call it that. Then the outside height, right? So that's from the bottom. That's from the bottom of the pan all the way to the top, the uppermost edge of the rim. Let's grab you focus right there. Sorry. That is 2¾ inches, pretty much right on the money. So 2¾ inches, that is the outside height of the pan. Okay, so there are your measurements for you. Now let's take a look at the build quality. So the D3 process, right, that metal bonding process, is basically 2 layers of stainless steel with a layer of aluminum sandwiched in the middle. And the way that I know that it's stainless steel on the inside and the outside is with my handy dandy magnet. So ding, you can see it's stuck. It sticks upside down. Let's try the bottom. So if I stick it to the bottom and then my pan goes upside down, you can see it's sticking. And then on the outside of the pan, there's the outside layer. Ding, you can hear that it's stainless steel there. And then let's do the very, very bottom of the pan. As you can see, it's sticking. So that's how I know that this is an authentic All-Clad D3 stainless steel 6-quart saucepan. Loving every minute of it. Okay, in terms of the handles, if you're wondering what the handles are made out of, they are made out of a type of metal. I'm not so sure if it's stainless steel or not. It is some type of metal though, because the magnet wants to stick. So it might actually be some type of steel with aluminum around it or something similar to keep the handles cool. That's also the same on this lid, on this handle as well. The magnet wants to stick, but it's not sticking as well as or solid as the lid itself. And if you're wondering, yes, the lid is stainless steel as well on the outside, the sides, and on the bottom. As you can see right there, the magnet's sticking. Whoops. Okay, so last handle over here is this one. Same kind of vibe. The magnet wants to stick, right? It's kind of sort of sticking. So that tells me that there's some type of metal in there, closer to steel or iron, with maybe, I'm just guessing here, like an aluminum type material on the outside or whatever it is. Hey, if you know, comment in the comment section down below. That'd be great. But that basically allows the handle to stay cooler than the pan would be. Would I use pot handles? Yes. I would still use pot handles when handling these handles, just to be safe. Okay, so tips and tricks to using the pan. Something I recommend is don't ever go above medium heat. So low, medium, or medium is usually where I keep the pan at when I'm cooking. I try not to go above that. The reason is because anything higher than medium heat, you start risking scorching the inside of the pan. It's harder to clean, which means now you're doing more work to clean the pan. But medium heat is enough to sear, braise, boil, toast, whatever you're trying to do in here. Usually medium heat is about where you want to be at. Something I like to do is I'll put, if something this size, like as big as the 6-quart saucepan is, what I'll usually do is I'll put this on the biggest burner that I have on the stovetop, and then let it come up to temperature maybe for like a minute or two, then put my olive oil in, or butter, or whatever type of fat I want to cook in. I'll put that in there, let it go for another minute till the oil becomes like wavy or runny. Sometimes you'll see poofs of smoke coming up off the oil. That's how I know when the pan's ready to use. So from the moment I put the pan onto the burner, usually it's about 3 minutes before I can start cooking. That will also help to make it non-stick, or as non-stick as possible. So I've done eggs in here before, had no problems with any stickage, as long as I stuck to that routine of 2 minutes to let it warm up, put the oil in or the butter or whatever, wait another minute, and then go ahead and put my eggs in. Never had any issues. Another tip I'll teach you guys is don't ever add anything cold to a hot pan, or you may risk or increase the risk of warping the pan. Right now the pan's perfectly stable, it's flat, it's been like that for a while, which is always good news. Something I learned is basically, like, if you're gonna, let's say you're braising meat, right? You browned off your meat, whether it was a chuck roast or brisket, like I made yesterday actually in a different type of pan. But anyways, let's say you're doing any kind of braising or whatever. What I would do is go ahead and brown whatever you're going to brown, right? Whether it's meat, chicken, fish, whatever. Then if you're going to add any liquid to this, whether it be white wine or any kind of liquid, orange juice, or you're trying to make a sauce or whatever, something I will teach you is always try to lower the heat a little bit. So if you were on medium heat, right, that's the highest I would go anyway, I would try to lower the heat down to like a lowish setting. And then the liquid that I'm going to add to the pan, I would always make sure that it's at room temperature at least, or higher. So like minimum 65, 68 degrees or higher. It's always a good idea if you can, like let's say you're going to add a lot of liquid to this, like stock or whatever, have the stock or the the chicken stock, beef stock, whatever it is, boiling in a separate pan. Then you can add that to this pan. So both the liquid going in here and whatever's in here is hot or warm. And then another trick is when you're done cooking, right? Let's say you had a mishap for whatever reason. Your burner is burning hotter than usual, or you had set it to, anywhere above medium and you had a little accident. What I would do is take the pan off of the heat, right? So let's say I was cooking on the stovetop. I would move this off of the heat, let it cool down on its own. There's no reason to add any liquid to it right away if you think that's going to help you clean it faster or easier. It's actually going to make it worse, and you might risk warping the pan again. So just let it cool down on its own. Once it's completely cool to the touch, right, back at room temperature, 65, 68 degrees, then you can go ahead and add some vinegar to this and some warm soapy water, and that will help you to clean the pan a little bit easier. You can always use Barkeeper's Friend. I did a video on that. That should be down in my playlist, or if you go through my videos in the past, you'll see that Barkeeper's Friend video. But basically, just let the pan cool down on its own. That will alleviate any warping issues, and whatever mess is in here should clean up fairly easily. Anyways, that's my video. Down in the description there down below, there is a link to the AllClad D3 6-quart saucepan as you see it right here. Make sure you're buying from an authorized AllClad dealer. It's very, very important. There's a like button over here. There's a subscribe button over here. Down there in the description there down below, there is also a link to my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Cooter Malloy product reviews. Make sure you check out that page and give me a like and a subscribe on there if you like what you're seeing, so I can bring you more content. As always, have a great day, and I will catch you guys on the next one.